Scott Peterson had a secret. He had started an affair with a single mother from Fresno named Amber Frey. He told her he was single, childless, and free. Then he took it a step further. He told her his wife had passed away and that this would be his first Christmas alone. The truth? His wife, Laci, was very much alive. She was 27, deeply loved in Modesto, California, and 8 months pregnant. Their unborn son already had a name and a painted nursery. But Scott had a plan that didn't involve his expectant wife and unborn child. And Christmas was fast approaching. On the morning of Christmas Eve, 2002, he left his pregnant wife at home. He said he was going fishing, 90 miles away, alone, in a boat his family never knew he owned. A man who had never shown interest in fishing suddenly owned a boat no one knew about.
Scott claimed he left Laci to walk their dog while he drove down to the Berkeley Marina. He returned at 5 p.m. Laci's car was in the driveway. Their golden retriever was wandering the yard, leash still on. Laci was gone. Scott didn't panic. He went inside, showered, did a load of laundry, and ate leftover pizza. It was Laci's stepfather who finally called 911.
I got you?
Yes, my father-in-law called. He was playing golf this morning at 9:30. My daughter's been missing since this morning. She's 8 months pregnant. She took her dog for a walk in the park. The dog came home with just the leash on.
And the dog came back without you, Barbara?
Right.
Okay, what is your address, sister?
Well, I'm with...
When police arrived, Scott was perfectly calm. No tears. The search for Laci Peterson became national news almost immediately. Scott stood at podiums beside her grieving family. He made public appeals. He wore a "Find Laci" pin on his jacket. But behind the scenes, he kept calling Amber Frey. On December 30th, just 6 days after Laci vanished, Amber saw a newspaper article featuring the missing pregnant woman and recognized the husband. Terrified, she went straight to the police. She agreed to keep talking to Scott, recording every single call, handing detectives the rope he was weaving around his own neck. One call defines the entire case. On New Year's Eve, while standing at a candlelight vigil for his missing wife, Scott called Amber and lied, whispering that he was celebrating near the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Piece by piece, the plan started to show itself. The boat. Scott bought the 14-foot aluminum boat on December 9th, the exact day he told Amber his wife was dead. He hid it from everyone. At 10:08 a.m. on Christmas Eve, the exact time Scott claimed he was already driving to the ocean, his cell phone pinged a tower right next to his house. He was still home. The anchors. In Scott's warehouse, police found 5 homemade cement anchors. Only one was in the boat. Prosecutors believe the other 4 were used to weigh Laci down in San Francisco Bay. The forensics. Inside the boat, police found a single strand of dark hair caught in a pair of pliers. DNA testing confirmed it belonged to Laci, a wife who had supposedly never been near his secret boat. Ultimately, the Bay gave up its secrets. On April 13th and 14th, 2003, heavy storms washed 2 bodies ashore on the banks of San Francisco Bay. First, the body of a fetus, Connor Peterson. The next day, Laci. They were found less than a mile apart, directly within the radius where Scott claimed he spent Christmas Eve fishing. 4 days later, police intercepted Scott near a golf course in San Diego. He had dyed his hair blonde, grown a goatee, and packed his car with $15,000 in cash, survival gear, and his brother's ID. He was running for the Mexican border. The trial lasted 6 months. Amber Frey's wiretaps sealed his fate. On November 12, 2004, Scott Peterson was found guilty of double murder. Today, he is serving life without parole. He still maintains his innocence. Laci and Connor Peterson never got their picture-perfect life. Their story remains a reminder of how ordinary someone can look right before everything breaks. That's the case of the Christmas fisherman. If you want more cases like this, subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment below. This is Dead Docket.